Hi everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Stamping. I don't know about you, but it was a hard decision tonight to know whether to come to you live or to tape this because there is a big hockey game on right now. But I figure I'll be able to watch the end of it anyway afterwards. So uh, my name is Lillian with Stampers Niche, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Alberta, Canada, where our hometown team is playing in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's a beautiful night outside, and normally when it's this nice outside right now, you would hear people out. You'd hear kids playing, people mowing the lawns, that kind of thing. It's dead quiet. Everyone, I think, is inside watching the game. So if you're joining me live, welcome. I appreciate you being here and joining me. Make sure you say hi. And if you are watching the replay, whether here on Facebook or on YouTube, make sure you say hi as well. I welcome you. So let's go down to my desktop as you're jotting your hi in there. And maybe some of you are enjoying a little break from hockey, and that's why you're here tonight. I don't know. But I do know that it gets mighty exciting. And the last game had 2 periods of overtime, which was pretty impressive, actually. So let's get things lined up. I have a few things I want to show you. Mainly because they're new to me and I'm not sure that you've seen them yet either. So I'm just getting my computer so I can see your comments there. There we go. So the first thing was part of my paper share. Hi, Sharon, welcome. Is the TV on in your house or are you taking a break from it? This paper here is absolutely gorgeous, and it was one that's a bit of a sleeper. It's found in the online exclusives, and it's called Flower Garden Foils. So it's foils. It comes 12 by 12, but when I did my paper share, I got a piece of it too. So you can see it reflects a lot. So there's the silver foil, and there's a flower pattern and more of a, I don't know, a grid pattern, I guess. So we've got the silver, then we have pretty in pink with the same 2 designs. So can't you just imagine these on cards, what they would do? Just like that. Oh, Marilyn, you'll have to let us know if the Oilers score, if you're watching it there. And then we also have strawberry slush. So beautiful, beautiful specialty paper. So thought you might have missed that in the online exclusive. Sometimes we don't catch it all. Plus it looks so much better in real life. And then this is a specialty paper that is found in the annual catalog. It's called Irresistible Designs. It also comes 12 by 12. So let me just see if I can get the right reflection. So it's like it is embossed. So it would be pretty to use as it is, but you could always rub ink on it with a dauber or with a blending brush or anything. And in this one, I believe there are 2 sheets of each, and there are 3 different designs. So there is this one here that has the flowers, and then this one here that has the leaves, and then this one here that has a geometric design. So again, really great paper, very versatile, and it could be used in so many projects. And since I have just received them, I wanted to share them with you. But tonight we are using a designer paper. Now, where did I put it? I got all organized here and then rearrange things. We are going to be using the Celebratory Sips, pardon me, say that fast, designer paper. Now this designer paper is also from the online. In fact, it is part of a suite. And one of the reasons I'm featuring this is to point out that not only are the suites on sale, any of the suites, but also the items in the suites. So you could order individual items or the whole suite. So what that means is if you order, say for example, you order 2 suites. The most expensive suite, you would pay full price. The second suite you would get for 50% off, so half price. So you get half price off the lowest item. So just there's tons of choices there, and it's a great way to save money. So in the catalog itself, the sweets start on page 40 right here, and there's the sweet price here. So this one is $168. So what you get in this sweet, you get all of this. So it's listed here. So if I got that sweet and then I got, oh, I don't know, what's the next sweet? Let's see here. Let's move over the page. If I got this sweet, it's 111. Say it's 112. You'd be saving close to $60. So just take a good look at that. And if you're a little confused, one of the things that I do is I go to my website, lillian.stampinup.net, and let's just bring that up here. And then in the search, I type in sweets, and all the sweets come up. So here's my website. I'm going to click on the three famous little lines, Shop Now, and give it a minute to come up. And then here's the search bar here. I'm just going to type in what I'm searching for. So sweets, S-U-I-T-E-S, and let's see what we get. So here they are. They're listed. Now I have it sorted so that the newest shows up first, but you could sort by price or whatever, and you can see all the different sweets that are available. Some are new, some have been around a while, and a lot of you are in love with this sweet, so maybe this is the time. Also this sweet here, this is the one that has those rectangle dies. So even if you just want the bundle that's in the suite or the embellishments, take a look and see. I tried to count, but of course there's French and that kind too. So I think I counted 19 suites. So do take a look at it. So tonight we are using this designer paper here. So you've likely seen it, but you've got the busier pattern on one side, and then you've got the more less busy or neutral on this. This is likely one of my favorites on this side, and this and this. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to show you how you can make a card just with using the designer paper and cutting out the design. So you can fussy cut any of these out, and there are other ones too, like here. So you can cut out the design, and we're also going to have a little fun with the shaker card. So what we're going to use a clear envelope. So clear envelopes, you can find them online. They used to be in the catalog. Now they're found online. They're called clear medium envelopes. So again, if you're doing the search, just search envelopes and it would come up. If you're wanting the number to jot down right now, it's 102619, and you get 50 envelopes in here. You can even put a card in here and mail it, as long as you put the stamp on the outside and the address. So it holds a regular sized card. So we're going to use one clear envelope, and then all three of these pieces are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So they're the size of a regular card. We're going to use Secret C. We're going to use this designer paper here, but we're going to use the more this side of it. So this, and then we're going to use a window sheet. So window sheets come 12 by 12, and I'm nearly out. I have to order some more. And I cut this so that it was 4 1/4 by 5. So we have got these, sorry for the reflection, it just catches everywhere. We're going to have these three all the same size. We're going to take the window sheet and slide it in here like that. And then we're going to put something in there that will make it interesting, fun, and that you can shake. So one of the things that we have are the Itty Bitty Bouquet Mix. So these are like little sequins, like that. Now you can put whatever you want in these cards as long as it's going to move freely. So you can choose. So I'm going to open it up, and I want the shaker stuff to go in front of the window sheet. So I'm going to put some in. That looks pretty good. Maybe I'll put a bit more. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just however much you want. And then I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice to have maybe some flowers or something, because one of the items, the colors that I'm going to be using on the focal point is Bubble Bath. So I brought in the die from Impressions of Bloom, and they have these two little dies here that cut out lots of little flowers. And I thought, I think they would be good too. So I'm going to put them in here as well, just to add some interest. Oh, there's another sequence, and we've got another little flower. And then I'm just going to fold that over. And do we have enough? Well, I think we could stand a little more. I don't know. What do you think? How many of you have made some kind of shaker card in the past? Or how many of you like receiving a shaker card? I know I gave my grandson one for his birthday a week or so ago, and it was quite the hit. And my granddaughter said, "Can you teach me how to make that?" Let's see, let's fold it over, give it a shake. There, we've got some nice shaking going on there. So now what we're going to do, the reason I wanted to share this card, it's a little different than some of the shaker cards I have made. So we have this opening here, and we want that sealed. And you might say, why don't you fold that over? Well, I've got other plans for that. So I'm bringing in tear and tape, which is sticky on both sides. And I'm going to seal that right off. Make sure there's no opening. Oh, there looks like there could be a little bit of a one there. I'll just do a patch job so no one's going to see that. Might be a bit tough to peel it. I should have peeled it. So we've got that done. So now it's sealed. None of those sequins can escape. Now we're going to bring in our designer paper. And I'm just going to walk you through it before I do it. We will line everything up. Now the envelope is a smidge wider, but it's okay. It works just fine. And what's going to happen is this is going to roll over the top and be fastened onto the back. So let's get that happening. So you've never used a clear envelope, Fran. There are different ways of using the clear envelope, but I really quite like this way. It's a little unique. And having the window sheet in gives it stability, and yet it's clear. So we've got that, and I'll peel that off after, I think, so I don't have too many sticky things going on at once. There we go. Centered it, and I have folded it over. There we go. Now I'll peel this off. And now at this stage, see, I can lift this up and it's going to be like that. Isn't that neat? But there's more to come. So now we have to fasten this to this. So the reason we have these two papers is so that you hide the mess, and it also gives some stability because it does get handled a lot. And because this is plastic at the top, I'm going to put tear and tape on it again too, because it's an adhesive that does stick to plastic. And while I've got it out, might as well do everything, right? You don't have to use tear and tape where it's just paper to paper, but I've got it in my hand, so it's easy. There we go, and we will peel the backing off. Now, where is the top? The top is here. So I'm just going to fold it back. I'm not going to peel it all because sometimes it's tough to handle something when it's all sticky. But these are like little tabs that I can release. I don't always remember to do it, but boy, it works slick when it works. Okay, now I want that to be lined up like that. This looks like it's in good position. Now I can just slip that off, press it down, slip that off, and slip that off. And now we've got it like that. It's nice and stable, and that is hidden inside. And we'll get rid of all of this. Now what we're going to do is just decorate it like we would a card. So we need a focal point. So I decided that it would be fun to cut out some of these drinks and use them as on the focal point of the card. And you can see these help to dictate some of the color choices I made. Then I also used the textured notes dies. They're part of that botanical texture bundle. So that's them right here. And I used this one here. So if you were counting out from the middle 1, 2, 3, number 4, and I also later on will be using the smallest one there. So I cut 2, one in cloud cover and one in basic white. So we have Secret Sea, cloud cover, and basic white. And my thought was that they would look neat on here, and yet we could still see the sequins, and then we could put these on here. This is my thinking. And then we could put a greeting like that. So why don't we go ahead and do that? We will actually stick this right down, and I am going to use seal just because it sticks to plastic way better than liquid glue is not a good choice for sticking to plastic. So there we go. I'm going to stick it right down flat. Now, how did I say I wanted this? About like that. Okay, so we'll stick that down. And I'm going to stick this one down flat too. And just offset it a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to bring in our beverages. And I think these could be on dimensionals. So we'll bring in some dimensionals here. Run some down the cup. And let's see. We'll put one over here. And then we'll put, I'm going to wait for a minute on that, just because I might have to be a little strategic because it's going to overlap. So how many of you have taken advantage of the 50% off sale for the sweets? Have you purchased anything? It's on my list to do. There are a few things I have my eye on. If you have, what is on your list? That would be the next question. So I want to go like this. So I don't want dimensionals here where it's overlapping. I only want them on this edge where it's not overlapping. So we'll go like that. I think I'm going to put a mini, if I can find my minis. A mini dimensional here. There we go. And I will bring in a little dab of liquid glue just there, because I know that's the part that's going to overhang. And just like that, we've got that part done. Isn't it fun? I just love it. Oh, we need some words. So one of the new stamp sets is called The Right Words, and that's exactly the perfect name. There are all kinds of words in here, and they definitely do have the right words. So we are going to stamp Sending Good Vibes. And I just remembered I didn't cut out a panel for the inside. We will get to that in a minute. Sending Good Vibes. There we go. Now I smudged that a bit, but fortunately I stamped one ahead of time just in case. And this is going to go, I think right about here. So we're just going to put some liquid glue on that part. And I think that will likely be good. And then, but here's the problem. When you open it up, it looks kind of messy back here. So I like to put at least, what did I do here? Oh, I glued some of it shut. That's what I did. I like to cover up the mess a bit. So I'm going to put this here on this side, just to cover up some of the glue so it looks a little more finished. And we're going to just cover the same as the cloud cover, but we're doing it like that. And since we have this here, why don't we just put Celebrate here, and we could always cut out another cup or something like that and put it there after I pick it up off the floor. There we go. So we can put Celebrate here, and I'm going to put it so I'm covering that up. When I planned this the other day, I think I had a different arrangement on the front. Then you can put something here, and then what you're going to, just not sure what I did there. Well, I think I got the glue in the wrong place. There we go. We have to put something here that will be smaller than what's there. So let's see if I am lucky and have some already cut out. Could be the same size as this too. This is pretty small, but you can see how it would be hidden. I would actually go and cut another one of these. In fact, why don't I do that right now? Just bear with me a moment. And where did I put the... Oh, there. I put the dies down somewhere as I was talking to you, and I don't know where they went. So, oh, they're on the floor. That's where they went. Having dropsy tonight. So this is the same size here. So I'm just going to cut out an extra one. I forgot that step. So how many of you, this is a new style for you, a new style of shaker card? Let me know, is this a new style or not? And do you make shaker cards? There we go. Here's the right size. So if I put this in here, now what I'm going to do is make sure it's hidden. So I'll put adhesive on here. Put it about here. Close the card, and the reason I did it that way is then I know that it's hidden. And if I look from the front, see, it's all hidden, but when I open it up, it's inside like that. And I could have cut out some other little partial one and put in there or whatever. But there, just like that, you have a shaker card. It is just so much fun, and guaranteed that the people that you give it to will be playing with it. So how many of you is this a new idea for you? I first saw it, I think in December, and it's been on my list to share with you since then. Julie Davison, I believe, shared how to make this, and so that's the first place I saw it. I know that so many of these ideas are all over the place, and we've seen lots of them, but there you go. So there is that one, and I just want to show you a couple of others. So here's one made with the butterflies and the arches, and this time on the inside, the arch is slightly bigger. So it makes part of the frame for this one. So I could have done that, except that I had offset these. I could make these, put a cloud cover in there too. I could always do that. But in this one, I put some butterflies in here. I don't know if you can see, as well as the shakers. And then it goes like that, and I just embossed this. And then, like I said, I was making some for the grandkids and for the I hauled out the retired set. It's called Let's Wander, which I've used a lot. And I use the Around It All dies, those wonky circles. I'm really enjoying them. I'm just starting to use them, and they're on the last chance list already. So if you think that's something you want, you might want to do it. And I had some other shaker stuff, so I just used that. And so there, it's like that. And this is on the inside. And so there we have it like that. So those are some of the shaker cards that I have been making. So what do you think? Do you like that idea? Yes, the arches are brilliant, aren't they, Gail? And then I thought I'd show you a few more cards using the Celebratory Sips. So here is one here. Here's Sending Good Vibes again, but this time I cut it apart. And I must like this drink. I like the umbrella, I think. But I put it on top of the foiled frames and labels ephemera. So that's part of another suite on the online exclusive. So there you go right there, as is this embossing folder. There are two of them. They're mini ones, they're narrow ones. So there's with flowers and with that design. So they're also part of a suite. Well, speaking of, and here's somebody else used that design again here. I received this in a swap. So this was from Cindy Willis. So there you go. There's another idea using the Celebratory Sips. And here's yet another one. So it's a fun fold. It goes like this, but did you see the glint on here? This person, it's Lorna, she cut out from window sheets and fastened them on top, and it makes it look like a glass. Isn't that neat? Like that. So just like that. So there is another fun one like that. Now, just before I let you go, I want some ideas. What are other things you could put in a shaker card? Now, a shaker card is bulky. These aren't too bad, but one of the ideas I'm thinking of would be too bulky to, you'd have to hand deliver it, I think, unless you're willing to pay a lot. What do you think, what are some other ideas you could put in here? While you're sharing that, here is my idea. I have been playing a lot with the Pop and Buy bundle, the popcorn bundle. And what if you put popcorn in here and then use that popcorn stamp? I think it would be really cute. A little bulky, but very cute. You can make almost anything. Like you can do die cuts, you have shakers around. Maybe you've got tiny buttons or something like that. Or if you have somebody who enjoys playing poker, you could put some poker chips in, or I don't know, bingo chips. All kinds of things. You could start to look around and you can come up with all kinds of things that could go in here. So if you give this a try, I would love if you would share it with me, or preferably share it. You know that tomorrow I'll be putting this in the Facebook group so that you can see it again. And if you can share your ideas there too that you've done, that would be, oh, powdered drink mix. Ooh, that might be kind of neat. Yeah, I like that. One of the things I put in this one here is I had these tiny little beads. I don't know if you can see, they're like micro beads, I believe. And they added a bit of glint in here too. So if you had some glitter, you could put it in too. Depends what you have on hand. So the Oilers scored. Yay! Okay, Oilers, keep going. All righty. Sorry. Thank you, Marilyn, for updating us. And thank you all for joining me on this night when I know many of you. Cake sprinkles. Good idea, Fran. Okay, so let me know what you think of this card, or let me know what you think of this idea. I would love to hear. Take care, everybody, and happy shopping. Bye-bye.